Wisdom principles and lessons from reading the whole Bible in 1 year. 15 key lessons from 1 Samuel chapters 24, 25, and 26, and their timeless wisdom principles, are as follows. 1 Samuel chapter 24. David spares Saul's life. 1. God gives us chances to do right, even when it is hard, difficult. David had the perfect chance to kill King Saul in a cave, but he chose not to. He knew it was wrong to harm someone God had chosen, even if that person was treating him badly. 2. Respect for authority is a sign of godly character. David called Saul, "My Lord," the king, and bowed before him. Even though Saul was unfair and wicked towards David, David still showed respect to Saul. This teaches us to honor genuine Christian leaders, even when they are wrong, or make mistakes. 3. Revenge is not God's way. David trusted that God would deal with Saul in the right time, and in his own way. Instead of taking revenge against his arch-enemy, Saul, who tried several times to kill him, David left revenge and justice to God. 4. Kindness can change hearts. When Saul realized David spared his life, he was touched and began to weep. Sometimes, showing kindness to someone who hurt you, who wronged you, can make them see their wrong, and turn back. 5. Our actions reflect our trust in God. David's choice to show mercy to Saul proved David believed God was in control of his future. This teaches us to trust God, and do what pleases Him, even when we feel like taking matters into our own hands. Let God guide our actions and decisions. 1 Samuel chapter 25. David, Nabal, and Abigail. 6. Anger can lead to foolish actions. When Nabal insulted David, David got very angry, and planned to attack him. Acting in anger almost led to a disaster. This reminds us to slow down and think through, examine the situation and the consequences, before we act when we are upset and angry. 7. Wise people stop trouble before it begins. Abigail, Nabal's wife, quickly went to David with food and kind words. She apologized for Nabal's rude behavior, and asked David not to do something he would regret later. Wise words can stop fights, stop trouble, and bring peace. 8. God uses people to help us make wise choices. God used Abigail to help David calm down and avoid doing a wrong thing. Sometimes, God sends people into our lives to give good advice. If we listen, it can save us from big mistakes. 9. A peaceful spirit brings honor. Abigail acted with calmness, wisdom, and bravery. She became a blessing to David, and later, after Nabal died, she became David's wife. God honors those who act in peace and humility. Jesus declared in Matthew chapter 5, verse 9, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God." 10. Let God handle the wrongs people do to you. David did not need to attack Nabal. God judged Nabal himself, and Nabal died shortly after. When people treat us unfairly, we can trust that God sees it, and he will deal with them in his time, in his own way. 1 Samuel chapter 26. David spares Saul's life again. 11. Doing the right thing always shows true character and integrity. Again, David had a chance to kill Saul, this time while Saul was sleeping. But just like before, David refused to kill him. True obedience to God means doing what is right every time, always, not just once, not just a few times. 12. God watches over those who walk in righteousness. David said God would protect him because he chose to live rightly. When we live with honesty and integrity, we can trust God to take care of us, and frustrate the evil plans of our enemies. 13. You can be bold without being disrespectful. David spoke clearly to Saul, pointing out that he had spared his life again. He told the truth firmly, but not rudely. This shows us that we can speak up with courage, and still be respectful. 14. Faith means trusting God's justice more than our feelings. David had every reason to be angry with Saul, even to hate him, but he let God decide what should happen. Faith means letting go of revenge, and believing that God will make all things right. 15. God rewards those who honor him. Saul admitted once more that David was a better man and would become king. David's faithfulness to God, even when tested, brought him favor, peace, and a future blessing. No wonder, God referred to David as the man after his heart. In summary, these chapters teach us that mercy, self-control, and wisdom are greater than power, or revenge. They remind us that God defends the righteous, those who are upright, and protects them from their enemies. They show that wise decisions, calm actions, and listening to good advice lead to blessing and peace. And most of all, they call us to trust God's timing and justice, even when it is hard, difficult, to wait. Please, click the related video link to watch Dr. Leesi Mitee's reading of the whole Bible in 1 year challenge. Thank you so much. Peace be unto you. Amen.